Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time coming to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button if you like what you see. If you don't, let me know in the comments, and probably won't see you in the next one. Anyway, today, what we're talking about is Jimmy Kimmel. Breaking news. Jimmy Kimmel is going to be reinstated back by Disney onto his channel tomorrow night. Let's get into it. Now, let's look at what CBC, the lying propagandists, have to say about this. And I just have to say, they are so excited about this. They could not get this video out sooner. They are so happy about this.
Disney says
This guy needs more sleep in his life. I feel you, brother.
it is putting Jimmy Kimmel back on the air. The late night show was suspended amid criticism of Kimmel's comments on the shooting death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. And the CBC's Hillary Johnstone has more details.
Thanks, Hillary.
Coming into our newsroom just a short time ago. Maybe a surprise to a lot of people. What can you tell us?
Maybe a surprise to a lot of people. I just remember, if you guys don't remember, 2 days ago, or whatever, 3-4 days ago, whatever it was, Disney was adamant that they removed him, suspended indefinitely, they said. 3 days later, they're like, well, we're going to cave to the left side, who are all, canceling our Disney Plus subscription.
Just in the past couple of minutes, we got this statement from Disney saying that Jimmy
Oh, Hillary, is your mic not on? Can we fire the audio engineer immediately?
Kimmel will return to the air tomorrow night, so Tuesday evening. And of course, this comes after days of no
Does it sound like she's talking to me like, yeah, it's clearly his mic that it's being picked up by, right?
word from Disney about what the future was going to hold for Jimmy Kimmel Live, because you'll remember that when they first pulled his show off the air, they said that they were doing that indefinitely, but then did not provide a lot of other details about what was going to come next.
That's what I just said.
So we'll read you this statement here from Disney. It says, quote, last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country.
So what they're saying is, we made this decision to suspend Jimmy Kimmel because we were so scared about the possible backlash, which I'm sure they had lots of people who are rightly calling in saying, hey, I don't like what he said, I'm going to cancel my subscription. I'm sure they got lots of that. And then equally, they said, okay, well, we got to suspend this guy indefinitely. They suspend him indefinitely, and then their whole other side goes, well, we're not going to, we're going to cancel our subscriptions. Well, now you just backed yourself into a corner where everybody's unsubscribing. You're never going to help. You're never going to, please everybody. Choose, have some morals. I know that's crazy to say to a corporation, but have some morals. It will help your business. It's actually a good business model.
It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy.
He was going to sue you.
And after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. And of course,
ooh, it's going to be a banger, isn't it? He might actually get, good rating or good ratings, good views on that. Shitty ratings, I'm sure.
of course, you'll remember, Andrew, that all of this happened in the wake of
Look at him. Look at that slimy bastard.
criticism over comments that Jimmy Kimmel had made
He might have a bigger forehead than I do.
during a monologue early last week about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, who, of course, we just saw that memorial service for him in Arizona just yesterday. And he was pulled off the air. ABC suspended Kimmel indefinitely after those comments. And we heard from some of ABC's main affiliates, including Nexstar and Sinclair at the time, that they were going to not air his show if Disney didn't step in and take these steps. Of course, that then prompted this huge backlash, concerns about the future of free speech and the First Amendment.
It's not free speech. This is the thing. That has nothing to do with free speech. That was legitimate private. Are they private? Maybe fundedly publicly, but still private companies who said, we're not going to air this show to ABC. I don't know anything about the movie industry, but I'm assuming what happens is the show sells the rights to different stations who air that show on their channels. Now they said, we're not going to air that show because we don't like what he said, so we don't want to sell these, continue with this contract. And so we are where we are.
In America, and now we do have this news. And of course, you'll also know that in recent days, there have been growing calls for a boycott of Disney Plus, of Hulu.
Excuse me, sir, did you just moan in my ear?
Slew of Disney-owned theme parks even, so certainly Disney
Might just be the lighting, but he looks a little stoned, doesn't he?
was in sort of a tricky place here,
No shade. No shade at all, Mr. Kimmel.
trying to figure out how to proceed with all of this.
And there's been some star pressure power on putting Kimmel back on the air, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to put Kimmel back on the air, don't we?
Absolutely. So just earlier today, actually, some 400 stars signed this open letter
400 stars signed an open letter.
saying that they were concerned about the direction of free speech in America,
It's not free speech.
trying to put pressure on Disney to bring him back, or at the very least trying to put pressure on other media companies not to take a similar route here. Some of the stars that signed this open letter included Jennifer Aniston, Jane Fonda, Robert De Niro, Tom Hanks, Ben Stiller, Jamie Lee Curtis, just to name.
We don't care. I'm going to tell you right now, we don't care. This is the thing. CBC, no longer do we care about these actors who don't know why you don't. This listener, if you are basing your political opinions off what you see by a YouTuber, like, anybody that you're seeing on YouTube, get your own morals. Maybe, pick and choose what you get. CBC, they don't have any idea. We don't care what these actors. Nobody cares about what,
A couple of people there.
just to name a couple of those stars, nobody cares what these people think. They're just actors.
And then, of course, Andrew, just you and I last week were talking about reaction and ABC's The View.
Oh, yeah, we're just talking. The View wouldn't talk about it, would they?
Talk show where you have those 5 co-hosts every day discussing main stories. They were not commenting on Jimmy Kimmel's firing. Well, today, co-host Whoopi Goldberg actually opened the show by saying, "No one silences us." So,
Wow, what a brave statement. Also, Hillary, I'm sorry.
certainly lots.
You look terrifying when I paused it there. Bravo, Whoopi Goldberg. What a brave, strong, independent black woman that she's able to say, sorry, what was her quote?
You have those 5 co-hosts every day discussing main stories. They were not commenting on Jimmy Kimmel's
what was the
firing.
quote?
Well, today, co-host Whoopi Goldberg actually opened the show by saying, "No one silences us."
Nobody silences us. Wow, yeah. So brave, so powerful. Nobody silences us. Nobody wants to silence you. Operation Just Let Him Talk is ongoing. Let these idiots keep talking. Let them talk. We don't need to silence them. Just let them talk themselves into oblivion. It's perfect.
So certainly lots of reaction. I'm sure there'll be lots of reaction to this news as well.
Yeah. All right, Hillary. Thank you. CBC's Hillary Johnstone.
Thanks, Hillary. I appreciate you. Well, that was Hillary Johnstone's reporting. Breaking news. Jimmy Kimmel to be reinstated after suspension over Charlie Kirk comments per ABC. The show is set to return Tuesday. This is undeniable proof that his removal was a decision made internally for financial reasons and poor ratings, not because of the FCC or the current administration. Agreed. If there was a mandate from the White House to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel because of his comments over Charlie Kirk, they would not reverse this decision. And so maybe this is, what the left is going to say is, oh, well, the FCC were worried about free speech, so they pulled back. Or the right's just going to say, we never had, there was never a push by the White House. It's just low ratings. People don't want to watch somebody and are rightfully upset when somebody says something awful, just as if somebody on the right said something awful about the left. Anyway, that's enough yapping about Jimmy Kimmel. This is the latest news. I appreciate you coming. And in the next one.